healthy cousin of ice cream on a stick. Welcome to today's episode of In the Kitchen, Keeping It Real. I'm your host, Ariyele, and today we're making chocolate-covered frozen bananas. So yummy, so easy too. This dessert helps when you're lactose intolerant, helps when you're vegan. It's not common, but it does happen. This is a vegan dessert, so I'm giving you a heads up on that now. The real trick, the real method is, that I'm going to show you today, is the double boiler method, which is how we get the chocolate on there. And it's not hard, it's just, you know, something you need to know. I have some frozen bananas all ready to go that I'm going to cover in chocolate. And these guys, I can throw into this freezer-safe Ziploc bag, freeze them off obviously in the freezer, freeze those off in the freezer, and then when I'm done, take them out and either put popsicle sticks on them, or you could put them with popsicle sticks now. I'm going to show you some finished products. But before we do that, let's do the double boiler method. In here, I've got a pretty good boil on about a quarter of a saucepan filled with water. And over that, I'm going to put a Pyrex bowl. I'm using super dark chocolate. It has no milk, no eggs, thus the vegan friendly. The key is you want to make sure that it's a chocolate that will melt and that will harden when you're done. Sometimes when you work with, this is already starting to melt. Sometimes when you're working with chocolate chips, they're made for cookies, so when you bake them, they're gonna get melty and gooey, and then they're gonna stay that way, okay? So that's the key that you wanna be mindful of. And sometimes it might just be a trial and error. This you don't have to pay too close attention to. It's gonna get pretty melty pretty quickly, but you wanna move it around. You don't want the chocolate to get burned, right? So I'm looking at that flame, it's fine. This is a really fun way of melting chocolate. I think this is a great activity to do with your kids on a rainy day. They'll get all sticky hands and chocolatey, and they'll get to lick their fingers and have fun. So while that's continuing to melt, I'm gonna pull over my frozen bananas. See, they're frozen, no problem. They're already on my stick. Guys, try and sustain the seriousness with me. I'm gonna try, because the amount of jokes and innuendos that I feel tempted to make right now are pretty through the roof, but I'm gonna restrain myself. So my chocolate it's almost done, but it's not to the point where I can't start working. I can start, it's ready to go. So this is a meditative groove process, okay? Almost there, almost there, almost there, just those last little pieces. You notice probably I melted the dark chocolate from the bar, and then at the end I added just a few chips. Those are a little semi-sweet, because I know the man dude might want one of these when he sees me noshing on it. What I love about this dessert is that it's a Whole Foods healthy alternative to, you know, I'm gonna say it again, white processed, super refined, floury desserts. When I'm out at a restaurant and I see a dessert menu and things start attracting me, I feel good knowing that I've got these at home in the freezer. And if you live in Cali, it's a time when the winter comes and it's raining, where if you've got a fireplace in your house or a fire pit in your backyard and you get all cozy, you can pull one of these out. The frozen banana gets the texture of ice cream, a very thick ice cream, and then the chocolate will harden and you'll have that chocolate exterior. And from here, guys, it's just, I let them drizzle down and then I'll just work some a little bit. It's easier to work with when they're frozen, but you could do them when they're, I think I actually did do these when they were just at room temperature, normal bananas. You can already see, because the banana is frozen, that it's starting to harden. You start to see that it will look matte. When it goes on, it's nice and shiny. Not even an issue, because it's like practically dry. When it goes on, it's nice and shiny. Now you see why I put the cloth down. When it starts to dry, it gets matte. And what's so great about these, they're just in the freezer and they're ready for you, and you're ready for them. I used to buy these, Trader Joe's used to have these, and I used to buy them wholesale. I just fucking loved them. And then they changed the whole banana situation, and I'm gonna tip this guy back. And now they're like these little banana pieces, and they're all covered with, like, I think it's milk chocolate. They've got, the chocolate's got like all kinds of emulsifiers and, you know, additives, and I was like, I can make these myself, so I'm gonna. And it's a lot cheaper and fun, like I said. This is a great activity to do with kids. It's a little messy, but that's what kids are all about. And if you can't be messy when you're a kid, when can you? Tell me, when and why? Now, you was gonna see how it's already, that's the benefit of doing this when they're frozen. And when this dries off, which is very close to being done, I'm gonna wanna eat it. I'm gonna take a small square of saran wrap and I'm gonna cover that guy. Sometimes I like them plain and I like to have them for this activity in case I'm hanging out with some kids. And here they are, all wrapped off, ready to go from the freezer. And I just, With the extra chocolate that I have sitting around, look at this restraint, okay? I'm like a comedian on the side, guys, in my head, in my brain. And I have not made a single inappropriate comment about that. So this extra chocolate, if you got any other fruit, particularly I highly recommend, obviously, strawberries. I even once did a chocolate-covered tomato. That was my best friend, Ray Ray. She was like, I wonder what would happen if we did some cherry tomatoes, and we did. And it was interesting. It was definitely interesting. With that extra chocolate, I wish that I could do some with you now, but there were no strawberries today. I cover the strawberries. You can do it right on the wax paper. You'll see how that chocolate just hardens right up. That's the key that you're looking for when you're doing the chocolate. And these are some Ghirardelli chips that I used in here, so those are good to go. This literally, I want to eat that, but I want it to dry. It's not dessert time either. Wow. You have that, you have this, and you've got two really decadent, romantic desserts on hand. Not that anybody's looking at a chocolate-covered banana and thinking romance. You're probably thinking more hardcore porn. But I didn't go there. You went there. You're going there. You're going there the whole time. Thanks so much for watching today's episode of In the Kitchen, Keeping It Real. I really hope when you bite in to your chocolate-covered banana, you will have the feeling of ice cream in the center, the sweetness with the darkness of the chocolate, and be in a swoon heaven. Thanks so much. Ciao.